Hey everyone, Black Knight here, ready to give you guys another battle report. This time a 1,000-point game of Warhammer Fantasy. This is pretty much the list that I brought to Adepticon for its How You Use It tournament. Was pretty fun there, and pretty much this has just been upgraded to the new 8th Ed High Elf book. So if we're going from left to right, I got a Bolt Thrower, an Eagle, the Shadow Warriors. This is after we pretty much both deployed, so my Shadow Warriors are deployed where they're going to be. So Shadow Warriors, a unit of 10 archers with a musician, another unit of 10 archers with a musician, with a noble with a noble BSB with a reaver bow, another unit of 10 archers with a musician. See, there's a theme here, with a level 4 archmage, and another bolt thrower on the right, and also another unit of 5 Shadow Warriors deployed on Marv's right flank. Pretty much with the new High Elf book, I was able to cram in that other unit of Shadow Warriors and upgrade. I took a level 3 to Adepticon, but I was able to get him to a level 4, so I had like an extra 100 points to play with after the new book. And this is the magic that I got. So I take Shadow because personally I think that Shadow's if you're going to do shooting at all, you need Shadow and you need the Withering. That's pretty much the only spell you really need. But so I got Mystifying Miasma, the Enfeebling Foe to reduce strength, the Withering to reduce their toughness, and the good old Pit of Shades. And here's Marv's 1,000-point Beastmen. We've got a Razorgore on the left, a Piggy, 5 Ungor Raiders with 2 level 1 Bray Shamans. One's got the Herdstone, another one has a Dispel Scroll, another Piggy, a unit of 40 Gore Herd with Command, and a level 4 Great Bray Shaman, which is his generals in there, and another Razorgore. And here are the spells that Marv got. Both of his level 1s took the Mystifying Miasma, and his level 4 got Pan's Impenetrable Pelts, the Amber Spear, the Curse of Honorir, and Wizen's Wild Form. And Marv also won first turn. He actually had fewer drops than me, so he had +1 to his roll there. His Razorgore charged my Shadow Warriors. I had them about 7, 8 away. But I didn't really want to chance it because he had Swift Stride, so I ended up fleeing. Also helped to slow his Pig down. So Pig got a failed charge. Gore Herd moves up. Other Razorgore moves up towards the Bolt Thrower, and on Marv's right flank, he turns his other Razorgore to face my Shadow Warriors. In his magic phase, his level 1 Shamans cast Mystifying Miasma on my Bolt Thrower, reducing its Ballistic skill down to 1. I wasn't too worried about this. You know, I have enough shooting that I can handle a Bolt Thrower going down to 1. I was hoping, you know, that I would have full shot, so that kind of hurts, but I'm not too worried. My turn 1, Eagle goes up to sacrifice himself, and I like to try to stagger my archers, so I move them all around a little bit. I figure I'm going to try to cast Withering on that big Gore Herd to try to do as many wounds as possible before they close in. So I just stagger my units so that when he starts hitting my archers, he doesn't hit them all at once. And so yeah, that one unit on the right moves up 5, the other one shuffles up a little bit, and I also get my mage out of that far right unit to go behind. Basically, I try to be as maneuverable as possible. And my Shadow Warriors back up from the Pig. Just going to try to draw that Pig away from the rest of the game. And my magic, I actually didn't end up doing anything. I think I cast the Withering on the Gore Herd, and I drew out Marv's Dispel Scroll, so that was my magic phase. And in shooting, shot at the Gore Herd with a little bit of everything, only did 3 wounds. It's not great, but that's what happens when you don't reduce their toughness. In Marv's turn 2, one Piggy charges my Bolt Thrower on my right flank. Other Piggy charges my Shadow Warriors. And his Gore Herd charges my Great Eagle. Other movement, Piggy moves around the forest. You never want to go in the forest in fantasy. And here's just a quick note. We did all the pieces of terrain Like next to his Ungor Raiders, that's a high elf waystone. You got a Tower of Blood. And there's like a haunted mansion and a mist wreath swamp. But all those things, they never really came into play. Marv never got to didn't roll any 5s for channeling. So that's one thing I kind of don't like about Fantasy when they did all those new terrain things, is that they're all really cool, but then you get so many rules you have to remember, and half the time you just want to avoid them because they all rape you. So no point going near the things that's just going to destroy your units. So, but yeah. So as Razor Gore moves up there, and not looking too good, but I'm just hoping that the Gore Herde's going to get stalled, or at least, I kind of messed that up. I should have really looked at the angle, seeing that he can easily overrun to my other archers unit. I probably shouldn't have moved them up right in the way like that. Otherwise, I should be fine, but we'll see here. Beast 2 magic, turn 2 magic. You got Wizen's Wild Form on that unit. So, yeah, that eagle's going to go poof, but it was going to die anyway, so no biggie. I don't really care. In combat, this is just to show. So, I get always strike first. I roll 2 1s. That's okay. I get to re-roll them. Another 2 1s. Yeah, and that pig's going to promptly blow up that bolt thrower. And the eagle gets eviscerated by attacks, but I did do a wound to the shaman. So, eagle probably just made back his points just with that 1 wound. So the eagle did his job, and poof, pile of feathers. And yeah, so I think Marv was like about 8 inches away, 7-8 inches away, and he made it. Odds were that he had a decent chance of making it, so this was a tactical mistake on my part by moving up those archers so close. Also, in deployment, putting all of my archers close together, all he had to do is just move up that unit, and he's going to hit all of them pretty much. And so yeah, this is kind of not boding too well here, but we'll see if I can turn it around. Also, yeah, Shadow Warriors go poof. I did put a wound on the pig though. In my turn 2, I try to do as much maneuvering as possible, trying to get out of this charge arc with my unit of archers with the BSB, trying to get my level 4 out of the way. I do a swift reform with those other archers to face the piggy, and I move up my Shadow Warriors also just to I don't really know, just to maybe taunt the charge in, because I don't really want him charging that unit of archers with the BSB. In my magic phase, I do cast the Enfeebling Foe on that Gore Herd, and I reduce their strength by 3, so they're not all strength 1. So that's helpful, but we'll see what happens. And my turn is shooting. Pew pew pew, pig dead. Pew pew pew, another pig dead. So that was helpful, although the unfortunate part is that I was hoping Marv didn't have any battle standard barriers, and if they weren't in, that Gore Horde wasn't in combat, he would have had to take a leadership check, but unfortunately they are. And yeah, so I forgot to take a picture at the end of my turn for combat. Yep, that's a bunch of dead archers from that Gore Herd. So they killed them, and he just reformed after slaughtering all of them. And so in his turn, he charges. So here's how it goes first. First, he charges my general. I flee. Then he charges the other unit of archers, who again flee. Now, I didn't quite set this up right, because if I did it correctly, I would have had them fleeing around each other so that he couldn't catch them, and then he can't redirect anymore, and he just would stalled out. But in pursuing the archers that are on the hill, since his unit has such a wide frontage, he's going to hit my unit with the BSB. So this is really not good. Other movements. Piggy goes in the Mystery Swamp just to see what happens, which I don't think anything happens, but there we go. And in combat, yeah, BSB's dead. 8 other archers are dead. And during their overrunning, they also hit my level 4 mage. She's dead. So, Beastmen win. It was pretty much an epic crushing. The shooting Pew 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 High Elves did not turn out as well against Marv. In Adepticon, I faced 2 Ogre armies and held my own incredibly well. And I think this is really more of a tournament army. At least it helps you in tournaments where you only have to win by 100 points. Because really, most likely I'm not going to destroy that entire horde unless I went first. I was able to get Withering on it and just unload my entire army at it. Then I pretty much could guarantee I could kill that entire unit. But with all the pigs running around, this was actually a harder army to beat than ogres with their... I faced those Mournfang cavalry, was able to take care of them. But yeah, with all those piggies, too many targets that can move too quickly. So yeah, good game, Marv, and can't wait to play some more Fantasy. Fantasy's actually, I've been playing that since 5th edition, so trying to work on my Bretonnians, so hopefully you'll see some battle reports here soon. I'd like to try to do battle reports with fully painted armies. I've kind of been failing that on the 40k side, but hopefully soon you can see my fully painted Bretonnians. You might see unpainted ones first, though. But alright, that's it for the battle report, and thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll keep on pumping out these battle reports. Thanks, guys.